secret, 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 secret. Welcome to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. I'm Mischa Stanton.
And I'm Secret Mayanna Berrin.
Ooh, secret. How is Secret Mayanna Berrin different from normal Mayanna Berrin?
Secret Mayanna Berrin is just got her little hands rubbing together like, yes, yes.
Oh, sure. Much like Raccoon Mayanna Berrin.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Sure.
It's the same way. It's the same picture.
I'm normal Mischa Stanton, and that's Raccoon Mayanna Berrin, and we're here to talk today.
Yes.
Today we're going to talk about secret endings.
Ooh.
How do you feel about secret endings in media?
I feel like I've never actually seen one because I earned it. I have only seen it because the internet is a beautiful place.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever unlocked a secret ending on my own because typically those require, on average, like 100%ing a game.
Yeah.
And I don't 100% many games usually because there's some aspect of it that I'm just fundamentally not good at.
No, you're more of an any percent girly.
I'm an any percent girly. And you know what? That's great.
It is great.
That's enough.
Yeah.
And I really commend people who are able to achieve the perseverance and the patience to get to those really special secret nuggets that only rare certain people get to see. Mm-hmm. But I think that, like, for me, I'm glad they exist. I think they're cool when people earn the right to see them, and I'm glad that those people are socialists who feel that they can share them with the public.
Secret endings for the people.
Secret endings are for the people.
What about secret endings outside of video games?
Oh,
what do you think about them?
Good question. I think, you know, there was that phenomenon where all of a sudden movies had this thing where you had to wait till the end of the credits to see the last moments.
Yeah, man, that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah, and I think that for a time, it was this cool, encouraging, hopeful moment where you're like, oh, just a little bit more, just like one last taste of this thing I really enjoyed. And then I think it got to a point where sometimes it was just like a thing at the end. Mm-hmm. And it kind of made me feel irritated at a certain point. And maybe it's just because, like, as I've gotten older, I have, like, less patience for whatever reason. I get frustrated with seeing a thing that's going to pay off in 2 years.
Yeah.
Or 5 years.
So that is the thing. Like, I think that when secret endings were starting to be more of a thing in the culture, it was exciting.
Yeah.
And now it feels like the movie sometimes is the thing you have to get through to see the ending.
Yeah, and just know that you're like, oh, wow, yeah, in 3 more years, that's all gonna pay off in a really great way. It's got this, like, existentially horrifying quality to it.
Yeah, the lack of completion of anything.
Yeah, yes, exactly right. Like, yeah, a movie itself can't just be a movie. It has to be a vehicle to the next movie. Yeah. Or the next video game or the next whatever it is.
Okay, well, but that's a really on-the-nose frame for talking about Kingdom Hearts' secret endings.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, talk to me a little bit about how you feel about Kingdom Hearts' secret endings.
I think that similarly, they were really cool moments that sparked imagination, but also created a sense of, like, scale and confusion that was sometimes more discouraging than it was encouraging.
Yeah, especially the early secret endings. They were designed specifically to blow minds.
Yeah, exactly. Just to be like, I had no idea this thing could be this other thing.
Yeah, like, what is this? Who is that? What are all those words? It's happening too fast. This clip is only 3 minutes long.
Why is Riku in a blindfold?
Yeah.
Why are we in a building?
Yeah.
What's going on? And again, initially, I think those were, like, really cool, exciting prospects. But then I think at a certain point, they shift into something not even depressing. Depressing's not the right word, but, like, quietly disappointing because it's like, okay, well, does this mean that the next thing is going to be a game I can't play that's going to have important stuff going on in it?
Yeah. That is a big part of it, that, like, what we're talking about here are these, like, beautifully crafted cutscenes that happen as secret unlockables at the end of some Kingdom Hearts games.
Yeah, that are usually very hard to earn.
Very hard to earn. And the first one in Kingdom Hearts 1, we're going to go through all of them today. I'm very happy to. The first one was a teaser for Kingdom Hearts 2. And so you see the one at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, and you assumed it was a teaser for Kingdom Hearts 3. And then it turned out this beautiful, intricate, detailed thing was a teaser for a side game.
On a PlayStation Portable, which I did not own.
Yeah, and it throws expectations for these things completely out of whack.
So how many secret endings are there?
Oh, Mayanna, let me tell you. Technically, there's a secret ending in almost every game in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. And some of them have more than one because the final mixes had different secret endings than the original.
Wild. Okay. So like the one that I'm thinking of, that was the one that kind of broke my heart. And I think that like probably kept me from thinking about these in any more meaningful detail, was the secret ending at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, which we all assumed was for Kingdom Hearts 3, which was the Keyblade Graveyard, which was in fact a secret ending that was teeing us up to Birth by Sleep, a spin-off side game that was only available on the PlayStation Portable, which had really important plot stuff in it, really important characters in it, really important cool world-building things in it.
Stuff without which Kingdom Hearts 3 does not make sense.
Literally does not make sense. Like a lot of important building blocks in that game to Kingdom Hearts 3. And I remember at the time, you know, because Kingdom Hearts 2 came out at a very pivotal moment for me, because I think I was like in middle school. Or yeah, like it would have been like late middle school.
Yeah, it was my freshman year of high school. So
yeah, so I was, you know, playing it, enjoying it, finished it, saw the secret ending, and was really excited to be like, oh, cool. And in a couple years, you know, next Kingdom Hearts game. And then that was not the case. And it, like, I remember that was the moment where Kingdom Hearts for me for a long time was like this fork in the road. That like, just because of the systems I had access to and the amount of time I had and you know, the resources at my disposal, there was going to be massive chunks of this story that I was not going to experience.
Yeah, that was the heartbreak moment for me, the defining heartbreak moment that like made me fall out of love with this franchise until you brought me back. So,
wow.
So yeah, it's all about those secret endings for me in particular.
Wow.
I spent entire days, like full 24-hour periods, only thinking about the Kingdom Hearts 2 secret ending.
They really did do this thing that I think is so special, and it's this dragon I chase to this day of like these moments that just spark uninhibited imagination, possibility, that the world feels bigger somehow.
It's because like these things are like weaponized for theory crafting. Like they throw just random strings of words that might have some meaning if you had a larger context, and then like 50 of them pass by in a 2-second moment, and like with beautiful CGI and like motion graphics, and you can't even see all of them at once.
Yeah.
It is tailor-made to widen the world.
Yes.
But it's a tricky prospect when the expectations you set up with those things are not matched by the payoff.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, I want to dig into Kingdom Hearts' tradition of secret endings today.
Hell yeah.
To start with, as I was sitting down to prepare this episode, my first question to myself was like, when did we start having secret endings for things?
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
It was really hard for me to find like a
definitive moment.
Comprehensive history of secret endings in media.
Okay.
And I think because it's sort of like a tradition that cobbled itself out of other traditions, I saw some writings that attribute the earliest inklings of this idea to encores.
Oh,
in
yes.
concerts, and particularly in operas.
Yes.
This doesn't really happen very much anymore because the way we view media has changed. The way we view performances have changed. But back when operas were like popular at the height of their popularity, during operas, when a beautiful song was sung in the middle of the story, the audience would shout encore, and the performer would perform the song again.
Just do it again.
Just do the same. Not at the end of the show.
Just
now. They would break out of the story, perform the same song again, and then go back to the story.
It's like Kendrick Lamar when he did 5 concurrent rehashes of They Not Like Us in concert.
It's just like
Sorry, I have a joke. This is not serious. This is very, very stupid.
Disclaimer.
When you were like, I couldn't find a comprehensive history of secret endings, I was like, it was the first silent movie where it ended with a title card that said "The End?" Question mark.
Mayanna, that's in my list of stuff. So there's some ideas that this comes from.
Fantastic.
That this comes from the tradition of encores at concerts, where
awesome.
The thing ends and you go, but I want more. Give me a little more.
Give me more.
I demand more. And then they come back and give you one last more at the end. So that was compelling to me, that it is kind of like a secret ending is kind of like the encore of a movie.
Yeah, you're like, give me like just a little something to hold on to.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, of course, like that's kind of an esoteric example. So I did start paring it down to like, where did secret endings start appearing in movies?
Yeah, there you go.
It started in like the 70s,
That makes
60s,
sense.
70s. It was mostly comedies that would have them.
Oh.
And it would be like a final callback joke, like to put like one
yeah.
final lampshade on a bit from the movie.
Fantastic.
The Muppet movie, actually, 1979, was one of the earliest examples of something that wasn't just like bloopers at the end or like one little bit. Like the Muppet movie had a frame device that the Muppets were making a Muppet movie.
Yes.
And so at the end of the Muppet movie, the credits start rolling and the Muppets in the audience stand up and start leaving the theater.
That's amazing.
That's kind of one of the first real post-credit scenes in movies.
Wow. Of fucking course they would.
No. From there, a lot of people started including like blooper reels or little gags in comedies, especially to the point where we're going to carry this forward to Pixar would put in fake blooper reels.
Love those.
Blooper reels that they had to go out of their way to
make
animate.
those animate. Yeah, like Toy Story 2, famously. Great one.
The other place this appeared, as you guessed, is horror movies.
Yes.
Where in order to build horror franchises around horror characters, there would often be scenes at the end of the credits that would show you that the monster survived somehow.
Somehow Palpatine has returned.
Very much like and I'll be back!
Yes,
you know?
more teens will die.
Right. So that was the kind of the camps where like post-credit scenes would appear in movies. It would be horror movies teasing that their monster wasn't really dead so they could have another movie, or the actors breaking character to laugh at the comedy they were doing, or one final joke that like the story was complete, but here's another little funny thing.
Here's like this thing that you forgot we set up at the very beginning, and you're
Exactly.
like, oh, that's like, and he finally made it to band practice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we were until 2008.
Iron Man. Fucking course. I was afraid to be like, was it Iron Man?
It was Iron Man.
Oh, Iron Man.
Iron Man said, we're going to use the post-credit scene to tie this movie into a larger narrative that spans multiple movies.
We're building a house.
Yeah.
And this is the foundation.
Now, in Iron Man, this was a wild pitch.
Wild pitch.
The MCU did not exist.
No.
Multi-movie franchise, mega franchises like this did not exist. So this was really the first time. And then after the immense success of the Iron Man post-credit scene, where Samuel L. Jackson appears at Nick Fury.
I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative.
Yeah. After that, it seems like every movie studio said, oh, we can use them like this. And then they were everywhere.
Everywhere.
Now, post-credit scenes were vital to completing the narrative you just watched.
Boy. And okay. And here's the thing about that bothers me. Mm-hmm. Because the narrative of Iron Man is done when he says, I am Iron Man.
Yep.
The Avengers Initiative is a cool, fun addition to that.
Yeah.
But it is not, like, the narrative is complete, even if we don't see, which a lot of people didn't because it wasn't a thing yet. You still got the complete narrative of a movie without staying through the end of the credits.
And it was this exciting thing, right? That like before that, they weren't used that way.
Yeah.
So people would come out of screenings of Iron Man and go, oh my God, did you stick around? There's like a secret thing.
Yeah.
And that was like an exciting
That was cool.
thing that like made everybody sort of buy into this thing really strongly.
Yeah.
Until like we all as a culture got used to the idea, and then they became like homework.
Yeah, it became like, all right, well, you know, they're saying that Harry Styles is going to be something and we got to see if he's in the thing or whatever.
Yep. And Blorbo McShitto is going to be in Avengers Kang Dynasty.
I remember being impressed by certain movies that during that time showed extreme restraint. Like I remember the big one being Inception. Where I think that was one of those ones where I stuck around for the end desperate to see if there was any confirmation.
No, and the best part is that there isn't.
There isn't. Yeah, for a while I remember with my family we would wait after the end of every movie just to see. And every once in a while, sometimes there would be a movie that has like a cute one or something. But yeah, it did become, to your point, like homework, where I was like thinking the whole time, I'm like, am I going to feel dumb for having stuck around, or am I going to feel vindicated for having stuck around?
Yeah. For better or worse, MCU really changed up the post-credit stinger game.
They really did.
It turned it from like a little thing into the biggest thing. And that was in 2008.
Yeah.
And Kingdom Hearts was doing this shit in 2003. So let's talk about secret endings in video games. As you mentioned before, post-credit stingers are often hidden in video games behind an unlock wall.
100%.
That you have to do something in order to earn it.
Yes.
It's a prize for completing more of the game than the average player, I guess. What I also find interesting about the post-credit scene is that, like, especially for video games, the credits are the most passive part of the experience.
Oh, yeah.
The rest of the time, you're doing something, and then you finish doing something, and the game says, I know you're done doing things, but stick around.
I would always be impressed if a game found a way to make credits interactive.
Yes.
Like, even if it meant like you're running around in the background doing some goofy something while the credits scroll.
Yeah, I like in Astrobot, like you can like shoot the credits. It's fun.
Yeah, there was a game. Oh, it was Melee. It was Super Smash Brothers Melee, where you could shoot all the names and you got like a score at the end.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fun. But you have to jazz it up because by their nature, it is the most passive part of a game experience, I feel like.
Absolutely.
And so you do want to give a reward for someone sticking through that, especially.
Right, that part.
Maybe you want people to stick around through the credits, Mayanna, Berrin. And as opposed to a movie, which you can turn around in a year, 2 years.
Yes.
There's a longer wait between installments.
Oh my God, dude.
So I think that idea of trying to use a post-credit stinger to tie the game into a larger narrative becomes more important because there's more time for people to fall off.
More time for people to fall off, and also like you need investment. You need buy-in from players because video games can be extremely lucrative, but they're also extremely risky.
Right, exactly. So that idea of like using it to tie it into the larger narrative of the thing becomes like more vital a piece for video games specifically than for movies.
Absolutely.
Can you think of a secret ending unlockable this way from before Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, from before Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
Oh.
What I'm trying to dig at is like, I think Kingdom Hearts might have been one of the first video games to do it like this.
I think you might be right. I'm trying to even think of other Final Fantasy games were doing this.
But it's not like Final Fantasy was trying to tie into a larger narrative because they're anthologies.
They're anthologies.
I think it might be Kingdom Hearts.
I think it might be Kingdom Hearts. I'm trying to think, because like more often than not, the thing you'll see at the end of video games is like a final image.
Yeah, or it's like a good ending and a bad ending, where the choices you've made lock and unlock things.
Right, exactly.
But to have it be like the one narrative and it's done, and here's a post-credits thing that makes your brain go crazy.
Yeah, I think it might have been Kingdom Hearts because I really can't think of an earlier example. Because like even like the end of Ocarina of Time, like Navi flies off into the window before the credits. One of the things I will say, and Ocarina of Time did do this, and Kingdom Hearts has also done this, is during the credits, there'll be little snippet scenes that are unique to the credits of like characters reuniting or like little story moments resolving that are not make or break for the plot, but are like nice to see.
Yeah.
The one in Kingdom Hearts that I'm thinking of is like when Aerith and Cloud see each other.
Right.
Which is like, again, for folks who were playing Final Fantasy VII and then 6 years later or 5 years later this game comes out, was a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Or at the end of Ocarina of Time, you see all of these different factions of people being safe and happy and thriving and all is right with the world. But those aren't end credits. Those are during the credits.
Yeah, movies did that as well.
Yes.
Like I'm sort of like mushing those things together a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how they were used pre-MCU.
Prior to that, yeah. It's kind of crazy to think about the fact that like Marvel, which, you know, at the time that Iron Man came out, was not owned by Disney.
No, they had not bought it yet.
The fact that like this one movie was such a turning point for so much of popular culture. It really I mean, you know, again, like we live in a post-credit society, a post-Marvel society, a post-MCU society. But we forget that, yeah, like before that, like it was a simpler time.
It was.
Yeah.
And 5 years before that, Kingdom Hearts was the first to ever do it. Babe, can I get a let's fucking go in the
Yes, let's
chat
fucking
for our boy
go,
Kingdom Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts. Well, because Namura's a visionary.
Yeah.
Like, Namura's a visionary. Namura has always been ahead of the curve. He's always been, like, at the cutting edge of fashion, all of these things, you know?
And you know what? I actually think Another Side, Another Story Deep Dive, one of the first secret endings from Kingdom Hearts 1, where all of the weird phrases, like, rush by you while 5 other things are happening.
Words.
I think that's what the inside of Nomura's head looks like.
I bet you're absolutely right. I bet you're absolutely right.
I think that's as close as we're going to get to seeing what the inside of that man's brain is.
I'm just glad he shared it with us.
Yeah, truly. So, let's talk about Kingdom Hearts and their secret endings.
Let's fucking go.
Because we're going to be talking about stuff that happens after each game. I would love it if you could, like, give me a setup of, like, what vibe we're feeling at the end of each game.
Okay, all right. Well, so for Kingdom Hearts 1... Kairi's safe. Kairi knows Sora's in love with him because she found the cave drawing. And we understand on some level that her feelings she's reciprocating his feelings because she completes that drawing on the cave wall.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the ending. You know,
That's
like
the ending.
that is, like, literally it's the ending, but I'm like, that is the culmination of our boy becoming a man, you know, and our girl becoming a woman, you know? They are in love with each other and they're gonna hold out and wait for each other until they see each other again and reunite.
Yep, and you know, the journey's not over, but at least we know where we're going.
Absolutely. And then like the after credits of that one is, all right, we got to go find the king. We're walking this weird platonic road and more adventures await us.
Yeah.
And it's bright. And the grass is green and the sky is blue.
Cut to a dark, raining,
Cold,
neon-lit,
spooky,
skyscraper-filled city at night.
And why are those Heartless on steroids?
There's a guy in a black coat. And now I'll remind you, it's Kingdom Hearts 1.
We don't know what that means
We
yet.
don't know what that black coat is.
Why is he jumping off a building? He has so much to live for.
So in Kingdom Hearts 1, the scene is called Another Side, Another Story. There's this guy in a dark coat with blonde hair, and he walks up to this skyscraper, and beefy looking Heartless that look way scarier than normal shadows come out of the ground. This guy, who we don't know who he is, pulls out not just one, but 2 keyblades to fight him. And then we look up at the skyscraper, and Riku is also in that coat.
Wearing a blindfold.
Wearing a blindfold, why?
Wearing a blindfold, why? The whole thing feels like I'm freezing. I'm freezing, and I'm cold, and I'm wet, and I'm scared.
Yeah. And Riku looks down from the skyscraper and says, "Where's Sora?"
Yeah, and you're like, huh?
Yeah, and we're like, oh, I didn't know Sora was somewhere.
And you're like, well, I guess he's not where you are right now, but we know he's in a nice, beautiful glade somewhere, not in Spooky City land.
And then a bunch of stuff flies across the screen.
Yep.
Some of it's in English, some of it's in Japanese.
Hell yeah, baby.
And all of it's confusing.
Yes.
And then we cut to a shot of Destiny Island on the beach, and Kairi's slightly older with long hair.
Yeah, and you're like, whoa.
Whoa, time has passed. Crazy.
Maturity.
Yeah. Some of the text that we get in there, the word nobody flashes a lot.
Important.
Well, we didn't know that. We
didn't.
We just thought it was a spooky word.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot
and it was that also.
There was a lot of shots of the number 13.
Whoa, another spooky number.
Yeah, doesn't come up in Kingdom Hearts. The number in Kingdom Hearts is 7.
Yeah, exactly. So you're like, whoa, 13, that's scary.
Well, 7's the good number and 13's the bad number.
Scary.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you put them together, it makes 20. And that's even scarier for some reason. That's the age when you're not a teen anymore.
That's really the age where you're not a girl, but not yet a woman. Wow. Anyway, so that's the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 1. Very ominous, completely non sequitur to the rest of what's going on, and really just sets your brain on fire.
Yeah, you're like, oh my God, I love Hot Topic, actually.
Seriously. The darkest. That's, I think of all of Kingdom Hearts 1, that's the part that makes it feel like Hot Topic, is the secret ending.
I feel like the ships that launched 1,000 Goths.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one.
And then Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix came out.
Yeah, which was like, oh man, I wish I lived in Japan. I wish I spoke Japanese. I wish I understood what was going on. I'm chomping at the bit. I'm losing my mind.
And it had a different secret ending.
And that was like, and that felt like, that I took that
felt
personally.
personal.
I took that one personally.
Yeah. This one is called Another Side is Another Story Deep Dive.
Hell yeah.
It starts out with a shot of Sora in the crossroads and a shot of a message washing up in a bottle on the dark beach, which is, I'm pretty sure, the first time we've seen the dark beach.
We had not seen it before then.
Dark beach reveal.
Dark beach reveal.
Then we cut back to where the previous scene left off. Roxas is fighting off dozens of Heartless at the base of this skyscraper with his dual-wield Keyblades,
which are
rocking 'em.
Oblivion and fucking Oathkeeper.
Yeah,
which we were like, what?
The two sickest Keyblades on the fucking planet.
And also, Keyblades Sora normally wields. So what the hell are you doing with them, buddy boy?
Right. He dodges out of the way, runs up the skyscraper, up the side of it, as the shadows chase him up the side of it to meet Riku at the top.
It's cool to run up a building.
Riku jumps off. Roxas throws him one of the Keyblades, and then they kind of pass each other in the middle.
Yeah, they spin, and it's cool.
Meanwhile, words and numbers are flashing really fast across the screen. They're counting down from 13 to 2.
Oh.
We thought it was going down to 1, but then it's 2. Kingdom Hearts 2.
Spooky.
Get it?
Oh, Kingdom Hearts 2.
And there's some of them are just phrases that don't. Some of them are nobody and the third enemy and the dark realm or the dark beach. I think that they mentioned the dark beach in there.
Good.
And some of them. Now, at the time, we didn't know this. We thought everything meant something. Everything held crucial meaning. And now, in 2026, looking back at them, some of them was just some shit he said.
And that's good. And you know what? You never let him know your next move.
Exactly.
And you punish people. You have to. You have to humble them. You have to make them think that nothing is anything.
Actually, the fact that you cared about all of this in the first place was dumb, and you're stupid.
Listen, I'll say this. It does hurt in the moment.
It really does.
But it is important as we grow to learn that not everything everyone says is important all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just be saying words.
But some of them are important words.
Yeah.
Some of them are quotes, actually, from the secret Ansem reports of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Awesome.
Diz's Ansem reports.
Awesome.
But some of them are literally just aura. So there's not a lot you can do that. You're counting down 13, 12, 11, 10, and then it gets to 2, and they do a Roman numeral because that's Kingdom Hearts 2.
Wow.
And then right after the 2 flashes, Mickey, in a dark coat, does a triple flip and lands in the most badass pose imaginable.
It's so good.
End of scene.
And you can't top that shit. You can't.
There's actually one last shot of Sora asleep and floating, and he zooms across the surface of a stormy sea.
Yes.
And that's not in Kingdom Hearts 2.
No.
But what a vibe that is.
They kind of allude to it in the opening of Kingdom Hearts 2, but it's during the day, and it's the bright version of it. Yeah.
Another side, another story. What do you think?
I think it's cool. I think it's just enough that it feels like more than you were getting from just the base secret ending.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't feel so much that you're doing FOMO about it,
Yeah, well, because this is the first time they tried to crack the world open, so we weren't jaded by it yet. It was
we didn't know what any of it meant. We didn't know what was possible, and that's neat.
What it meant was
more
and intriguing.
Yeah, more intriguing, fun, weird.
And Mickey's gonna be in it, and he's gonna be a badass,
and it's gonna be that's tight.
Yeah,
that's tight.
Yeah. Chain of Memories. One of the only games without a secret ending.
And you know what? Because they gave us a whole secret second game in there instead.
They sure did.
Dude, there were people I remember who messaged us. They were like, I had no idea that Reverse Rebirth was a thing that it was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, secret ending. How about secret second fucking character with important backstory and stuff?
Seriously. So at this point, I guess I refer you to our Reverse Rebirth recap.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy that one.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
We'll zoom right along to Kingdom Hearts 2's secret ending.
Secret ending.
Give us the vibe of Kingdom Hearts 2's ending.
Okay, Kingdom Hearts 2 ending. Oh my God, look at us. Look at us all. We finally did it. We're back on the beach. It's beautiful.
Everybody's home. Everybody's safe. We did it.
The sun is setting. The ocean is orange and beautiful. We're hugging.
And Mickey sent us a letter, and there might be more adventures, but for now,
we did it.
But for now, we did it. And also, like, take my hand. Take my hand. And I take it. And I bring you my charm back. And we're home. And it's nice. And then we see a bunch of clips of other male-female Disney pairings reuniting. And wow, love is in the air. It's beautiful. Hope is in the world. We did it.
Cut to a dry and barren desert. Text, reflective and metallic, scrolls in multiple overlaps across the screen. God. There's the entirety of the text of the Ansem reports in there, in addition to some other text going on. Very ominous.
It was so ominous, so sad.
3 Keyblade wielders dressed in sick fucking armor.
I like to affectionately refer to it as the dog armor.
Yeah?
Yeah, like that. When I first saw this, I was like, why they all look like dogs? They're not dogs. They're kind of like, it's like a mix between like a wolf and a reindeer.
Yeah, it's the helmet shape has like a little bit of snouting to
There's
it.
an animalistic quality to the helmets.
Well, and especially the first one we see is this guy. He's like big and buff, and he's got this flowing cape that's blowing in the wind.
It's awesome.
He's resting his cool, ornate-looking Keyblade that's not designed similarly to any Keyblade we've seen before over his shoulder like a badass. And he's got these 2 big ears on his helmet that do make him look like Batman.
Yeah.
He looks like Batman with a Keyblade.
It's all Batman-esque stuff. Yeah.
So we see him. He's defeated this big enemy that's lying behind him in the desert. Mm-hmm. As he's standing there, aura farming.
Yeah.
2 other warriors also in armor approach.
Also aura farming.
A woman, and one whose gender I couldn't tell on first viewing.
No, but younger, smaller.
The suggestion of hips, the
Sure.
suggestion of perhaps a bust line, it's giving non-binary.
It's giving non-binary.
I felt it.
I'll say this. Like Sora and Roxas's silhouettes do kind of veer into like reverse triangle.
Yeah.
So like where they're narrow in the shoulders and kind of like jut out into like almost like a large Y shape.
Yeah, especially with the baggy pants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it could be on, you're
could
like
be.
inconclusive.
Right.
Need more data. Yeah.
Right. They all have these ornate, archaic looking Keyblades, and then they approach Keyblades we recognize dug into the dirt. We see Sora's Kingdom Key, Mickey's Dark Kingdom Key, and Riku's new Keyblade, Way to the Dawn.
Yeah.
Each of these characters goes over, meets in the middle, picks one up. They're all dual wielding now, a thing we thought was cool before. And then we zoom out from this moment. And we don't just see 3 Keyblades, we don't just see 6 Keyblades. We see an entire field of Keyblades dug into the dirt that form a crossroads in this desert.
It's freaking crazy. And I will say this also. You know who else buries some weapons in a desolate location before a large important encounter? The party from Final Fantasy X.
Yes, and the setup of those 3 Keyblades in the dirt looks just like Tidus' sword.
Zanarkand, with the Blitzball, the sword, and Yuna's staff, which is one of the opening images. It's from a scene much later in the game, but in the start menu, before you get to the start menu, it's a cinematic you see out of context. Mm-hmm. It gives the energy of like something big is about to happen, something significant, something that's going to change the course of history.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, as a young person who had played Kingdom Hearts 2 and saw that, I was like, oh my God. Because like Kingdom Hearts 2 is also the first game that introduces you to the idea that like Sora and Mickey are not the only Keyblade wielders in the world.
So you're like, okay, Sora has one. Mickey has one because he's Mickey.
Roxas has one because he's Sora.
Right. Riku went through a lot and felt like he earned it.
Yeah.
And Kairi gets handed one.
And Kairi gets handed one, which feels bad, but also you're like, okay, so more than just what I thought was possible.
But then you go to the Keyblade graveyard and you see hundreds of them.
And you're like, got it.
And it blows the Keyblade wide open.
Right, because up until this point, you were like, this is the most special weapon in the world. People are like falling over themselves to try and get this thing from Sora. And now it's like, this is one of so many legacies that have come before. And again, you feel like Sora. You know nothing and you understand nothing.
Absolutely. And then the 3 warriors look off into the hazy distance to see a figure approaching. And you don't really see who the figure is, but as they're ominously walking towards you, a bunch of words flash across the screen.
Hell yeah, I love words.
Chasers, Master Xehanort.
Hell yeah.
Keyblade War. And you're like,
Keyblade War?
There was a Keyblade War?
A war?
And then it says, it all began with Birth by Sleep.
And you're like, whoa.
And you're like, what does that have to do with Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yeah.
Fun fact. Nothing. It has to do with Kingdom Hearts 0, Birth by Sleep.
Yes, which will be available on one system that some people don't have, me.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know that yet. And that's how Kingdom Hearts 2 ends. Cool. And that's pretty much when I went insane.
It opens up so many big questions that up until that point, you didn't even know you needed to be asking.
Mm-hmm.
And this idea, like also the armor, like the armor as an idea opened up this world of like, I thought this was like a contemporary sort of setting, and the armor makes you think, one, the past and this vast past that we have no knowledge of, or this future where you're like, did everyone we know die? Like, are we in space now? Where is this desolate crossroads with all these keyblades?
Like,
what's going on?
Like, are these keyblades here before Sora, Mickey, and Riku had them, or after?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's not clear.
It's not at all clear. Yeah.
So that's the gathering. Hi, it's me, Mischa. Thank you, as always, for listening to Simple and Clean, a Kingdom Hearts podcast. I hope everybody's having a nice and fun and chill summer. I, myself, just got back from a nice, fun, and chill vacation out in the desert to see some meteor shower, and that was super nice and super chill. And then I got back, and a bunch of Kingdom Hearts things happened, and it's not chill anymore. So I got lost in it, and I honestly, this episode's coming out a day late. It's okay. We're talking about it at our recording this week, so we got you covered. But for now, thank you so much for listening and for supporting this project as things happen all around us. It's very exciting. We're going to talk about it all next week. Okay. If you want to support this project, you can find us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/simpleandcleanpod. We thank everybody who is supporting us over there. You get ad-free episodes and you get the secret reports. We hope to have many more secret reports as soon as all of this Kingdom Hearts news quiets down just a little bit. Oh my God, everything is exciting. Anyway, we are very passionate and we just really like doing the show. And so anybody who can help us keep making it onto 2027, the release of Kingdom Hearts 4, gosh, we just really appreciate you. So please support us on Patreon, patreon.com/simpleandcleanpod, so we can buy Kingdom Hearts 4 when it comes out very soon. If you like Simple and Clean, you might like some other podcasts from the Multitude Podcast Collective. If you like our deep dives into the lore of Kingdom Hearts, a fictional world, might I interest you in a podcast about the lore of our real world? It is also deep, I promise. And one of our friends at the Multitude Podcast Collective that I would love to tell you about this week is American Medieval. American Medieval is a podcast about the Middle Ages, but with an American twist. Every week, Professor Matthew Gabriel is joined by an expert scholar to talk about either some bit of the medieval world itself, or how Americans have used the Middle Ages to say something about ourselves. Learn about the Crusades, about medieval conspiracy theories, about medieval eels, about medieval stuff in video games, and even about the vast civilizations of American Midwest before the Europeans, plus much more. If America has never been fully modern, it might be because we've always been a little bit medieval. Check out AmericanMedieval.com for more. New episodes are available every Wednesday. Look for them wherever fine podcasts can be found. Next to those podcasts on like a lower shelf is American Medieval. You know, I don't like that they say that. It's a good podcast and it should be on a higher shelf. Anyway, check out American Medieval. Kingdom Hearts 2 also had a final mix.
It did.
With a different secret ending.
It did.
I want to talk about the Kingdom Hearts 2 final mix secret ending.
Is this the one with the mask crack?
Yeah.
This one blew my mind.
This one to this day is one of the coolest animated short films.
Truly incredible.
I've ever seen.
Truly incredible.
So we're picking up right at the end of the previous scene. The guy who is approaching, the haze clears and we see who he is, and he's this old man with elf ears.
Yeah, and you're like, what?
Who is that guy?
Who the fuck is this old man?
And then like a mirage appears of a second version of him next to him, which then turns into a guy with a full face mask and like a black and red sinewy
suit. Which we've seen the sinewy suit looks very reminiscent of Riku's sinewy suit. But this one's different.
Right. It's different. It's honestly, it's like a little, it feels like the same concept, but done
more scary.
Real good.
Yeah. They took the skirt away.
Yeah.
They solved it. They fixed it.
And then that guy darts forward, and these two versus those three warriors fight across the Keyblade graveyard.
It's so cool.
It is one of the coolest fight sequences in Kingdom Hearts. It's like they asked a fight choreographer. They were like, here's all the elements of our world. Put them together in the coolest way possible.
Yeah. Can you fucking eat?
Yeah. Like, there's epic music that's matched perfectly to the emotional beats of the thing. They're clashing Keyblades and also casting the magic spells we know. They're casting Blizzard, they're casting Thunder, they're casting Fire. And like we see it happening, the things we're familiar with in the height of mastery.
You know what I think we can attribute this to? Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
I think so.
I think Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, of which we will have a bonus episode about at some point, had some of the most incredible CG fight choreography I've ever seen in my life. It was directed by Namura. And it would have been presumably in development prior to this. And I think a lot of cool work that went into that became work that we saw utilized in other forms like this.
I mean, Square Enix famously has an internal department that develops their cinematic cutscenes as opposed to other studios, which it like farm them out.
Third party sometimes,
Square Enix has that internally, so I have to imagine that like Advent Children's tech went directly to this.
And just the creativity, like all of it.
Like at a certain point in the fight, like the old guy who we now know is Master Xehanort, but we didn't know who that was at the time.
No clue.
He's like creating massive pillars out of the earth to disrupt their movement during the fight. He calls a tornado to whip the Keyblades into like a soaring trail of Keyblades that Vanitas uses to ride around to cast spells from atop of.
It's fucking incredible.
Aqua, master wizard that she is casting huge blizzard. Like there's a point where the Batman-looking guy, who's Terra, like gets drawn up into the sky by these earth pillars, and the Keyblade tornado is headed right towards him. And Aqua, like exhausted, breathing heavy, heaving, she tears her helmet off to catch her breath, and she throws a Reflega spell, the top-level reflect spell.
So good.
It seeks out through the air, finds him, creates this sphere in midair that blows the Keyblade tornado back. It's so badass. Eventually, Master Xehanort gets his hands on the youngest warrior, Ventus.
Which is very scary.
It's he grabs
him by the neck.
No, he grabs
by
him
the face.
by the skull.
Right, he grabs him by the skull.
One-handed. And then sends a Blizzaga coursing through his body that freezes him solid, and then gently tips him over the cliff.
Yeah.
So that he falls and falls and falls. His frozen Keyblade shatters on the rocks. Aqua dives to catch him before he falls completely. And in that moment, his face mask is shattered, and Aqua looks down at him in her arms, and we're looking down at Roxas's face.
Yeah, and we didn't know who Ventus was at the time, so we were just like, is Roxas dead?
Right, we were like, didn't Roxas come into being when Sora lived and then live his entire existence and then merge back in? Like, how is Roxas around?
Getting here? Why is he here? Is he dead? What's going on?
Yeah, and Master Xehanort turns his Keyblade into an orb of dark fire, fires it up into the air, and summons Kingdom Hearts. Terra defeated. Like, this is a scene where the heroes are defeated and the villain wins. And then the last warrior rips off his helmet, and his face and specifically his hairstyle look just like Xehanort from all the previous games.
And you're like, what?
And as he's looking up at the sky, his eyes turn from a normal blue to the evil yellow.
Yeah.
And we're left at like their most harrowing moment. They were left at the moment of their defeat.
And you know what's interesting about that is that canonically doesn't happen in that way.
I know.
But it is like a truncated version of what will happen to them in Birth by Sleep, which is really cool.
And then the last thing we see is a shot from the distance of this scene, and Mickey steps forward with a new Keyblade and a new fit.
Hell yeah, Mickey.
And determination on his face.
I do love and respect the fact that in pretty much all of these, we do have a like CG high def version of a Disney character, represented in the mix, which is awesome.
Yeah. Of all of these scenes, listeners, I beg you, go look up the Kingdom Hearts 2 final mix secret ending and just like have a great time. It's so cool.
It's so cool, and it is so scary. Yeah. Like, it is the first time that moment where Xehanort grabs Ventus's head. It's the first time that Kingdom Hearts feels like really adult and like really violent.
It's the first, because you're not just like fading to darkness or losing your heart. You're freezing someone's blood solid and then shattering them on the rocks. Yeah. That is viscerally real.
Yeah, it's viscerally real. And also, shows us this like this adversary that is unlike other adversaries we've seen in Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. That it's not just about like control, it's like pain and suffering. It's
seriously.
Cool. Yeah.
And I obsessed over this cutscene for many years.
I would have as well. And I did. I was like, who are these guys?
Yeah. And we eventually learned about them in Birth by Sleep, which was, looking back on it, important and cool, and I very care about that story now, but at the time was like, again,
what's going on?
Just a mismatch of expectations. Like, I thought it was Kingdom Hearts 3, and then it wasn't.
I think Kingdom Hearts, and I think since then they've done a good job of this, I think Kingdom Hearts didn't know how to manage the type of hype and the type of expectations, nor is it their responsibility.
No, I mean, again, Kingdom Hearts was the first video game franchise to really do it this way.
Yes.
And so the fact that they, like, overhyped
what? How?
Yeah, like they didn't...
They did not deliver on their promises.
Yeah, they were setting the bar. And so, like, the fact that they didn't know exactly where they were setting it, like that, you can't blame them.
It's sort of like, sorry that where we set it isn't where you thought we were going to set it.
Yeah.
Like, just walk alongside us.
But also, like, distance. Like, the fact that the follow-up to Kingdom Hearts 2 took so long to come
100%
allowed that, like, to churn and sort of, like, start to eat itself a little bit, which was unfortunate because, like, again, looking back, that thing is cool. Birth by Sleep is rad.
Yes.
Terra Aqua Ventus, incredibly compelling
awesome characters. Such a fun time.
You know, it's not their fault they weren't Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, and also it's like, no one said they were. We just decided that's what it meant.
In fact, they said the phrase Birth by Sleep in both videos.
I assume, given how development pipelines work, they knew that wasn't Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah. There was like, it's not like they told us it was Kingdom Hearts 3 and then we're like, we tricked you, ha ha ha.
Yeah. Maybe with the benefit of 2020 hindsight, they could have included before Sora's story in there as the weird text at some point. Any point, maybe, perhaps.
But you know what you get when you find that out? You find that out when you play a game.
Yeah, that's true. So I hope you really enjoyed that crisp, pristine, fully rendered, beautiful action sequence.
I certainly did.
Because this is the last time that the secret endings of Kingdom Hearts aren't just in-engine scenes that's just more of the story.
Yeah.
It's the last time we have this cryptic stuff. Like, from here on out, for the rest of the games, the secret endings are just more scenes. They're not cryptic. They're very straightforward. They do tease, but it's more like in between moments of the story that's continuing as opposed to like, what is happening? What is all this?
Yeah, what's going on? It's more just like logical progression.
Yeah.
Which, maybe it was because, in part, maybe because that Final Mix 2 scene was so huge and different and confusing and exciting, but also like set up false expectations.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like, you know what? We're too cool for school.
Yeah.
We're too innovative.
I think they like compensated back to the other direction, which made them like, I'll be honest, like the rest of my list here, it's a little boring in comparison.
And you know what? And maybe that's what we trade off.
Maybe.
So that we don't get disappointed and mad and yell at developers who are exhausted. Yeah.
So we'll run through them.
Yeah, let's do it.
There's no secret ending to the original release of Coded. Couldn't fit it on the cell phones.
Couldn't do it.
There's no secret ending to 358.
Yes.
Because there's not really time between the end of 358 and the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Right, they wouldn't have made sense.
It follows right along.
Granted, they put the chronology at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 secret ending in the past, but we didn't need that. And also, I would say of all the endings to any Kingdom Hearts game, I'll say it on record, 358 probably has the most devastating ending of any Kingdom Hearts game, and I don't think even a hype scene would necessarily get you out of how hard that pill was to swallow.
Yeah, I think that is very true.
Yeah.
So the next secret ending, quote unquote secret ending, we see is in Birth by Sleep. There's a scene called Blank Points.
Yes, blank points.
Which is not really, again, it's not really like a tease or anything or like a secret of anything. It's just like the ending of Birth by Sleep.
Yes.
So this one is long and it's in the engine. It's not like that like crisp professional sheen. It is just like it looks the same as the game.
Everything else, yeah.
We get a shot of Terra and Xehanort debating over control of Terra's heart inside of Terra's heart.
Brutal.
You know, Terra's like, I have enough will to defeat you. And Xehanort's like,
For now.
For now. And also, if you do, I have backup plans. So don't worry about it.
It's so fucked up.
We see Terra Xehanort.
Yeah.
Terranort as Ansem's apprentice, colluding with Braig. Braig is kind of there like, hey man, we got plans, right? Don't tell me that amnesia was real.
Oh.
Nah, we're good. We're
What?
good, right, man?
The fuck?
And the two of them walk off to make plans with each other. Meanwhile, Ansem the Wise like passes kind of in front of him, sees them and kind of gives them a look. And then we cut from there to him in the Dark Realm. He's on the Dark Beach. And he meets Aqua on the Dark Beach.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Rough.
For Aqua, we're just post Birth by Sleep. For Ansem, we're like very post Kingdom Hearts 2. So the timelines are not matching. And they had this conversation where Aqua's like, how long have I been out of the world? What's been going on? I think it's not good.
Oof.
Ansem tells her about Sora.
Oh.
Ansem's like, you may be trapped, but even now there are heroes fighting for the light. And she's like, who is it? And he says, his name is, and then we cut to a shot of Riku and Kairi saying Sora's name.
I love this part.
And we see a cut of Roxas, Axel, and Shion saying Sora's name.
I love this part.
And we cut to Ventus and Terra, pre-bad things, sitting in the land of departure where they're from, saying Sora's name. And then Aqua hears his name, her hero, and she cries. She starts weeping on the Dark Beach. And that's Sora.
Sora. It's funny that sequence, that one happens at the end of which game again?
Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a powerful moment. A celebration of Sora, a character who, like, very lightly appears in Birth by Sleep, but is not the main focus of Birth by Sleep.
No, he's a side character in this game.
Yeah, he's, like, young. He'll be important later.
Yeah. And then we cut to Sora present day.
Yeah.
And he's read Mickey's letter from the end of Coded that explains all of this stuff to him. And Riku and Kairi approach and are like, so you're going to go then, huh? And he says, yeah.
I have to.
I am who I am because of them.
Yes.
I owe it to them. And then a phrase appears at the very end to close us out. It says, reconnect, Kingdom Hearts.
I remember this one.
This is a phrase that starts coming up in all of the secret endings from here on out, or a lot of them from here on out. I don't know if I know exactly what it means.
I think it means, I mean, this is going to sound stupid. I think this is the power of waking. Because I think that part of the power of waking is this idea of like connecting and interlinking the hearts together. And Kingdom Hearts as a place is not broken. It's not fractured, but like reconnect to Kingdom Hearts or like reconnect the hearts. That to me feels like the power of waking. They just hadn't like come up with the name for it yet.
Maybe so. So Birth by Sleep Final Mix.
Oh my God.
Which there is. That's the
right. That's the one on the
translation. Yeah, the translation up to Big Boy consoles.
Yes, Big Boy console
has a different ending.
Hell yeah.
This one is not a cutscene. It's a playable episode of the game. You play it.
Whoa.
You play the secret ending of Birth by Sleep Final Mix.
That's cool.
The title of this episode is A Fragmentary Passage.
That's hilarious. That's so fucking funny.
And what you're playing is Aqua, after the end of the game, walking alone through the Dark Realm.
And boy, howdy, is it sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
It's really sad.
It's devastating.
She knows she's trapped there for potentially ever. Like there's a portal of light that opens up above her, and then she's like, wow, a portal of light. And then a huge geyser of darkness shoots directly through it. And she's like, that's bad.
And also, like, there are these inner monologue moments where you can hear her start to corrupt into this hopeless version of herself that's like giving up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then she stumbles across the Castle of Dream, the Cinderella Castle.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh no, that whole thing is here. That's bad.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the scene. Like, that's kind of where it ends. It's just she's there and it's bad.
It's bad.
Like, you know, like there's flashes of other stuff. There's a bunch of different things that, like, the fragmentary passage is, as she's walking through the passage, fragments of time are flashing by us.
Yeah.
So we see, like, shots from Kingdom Hearts, shots from Chain of Memories, shots from Kingdom Hearts 2, shots from all the other games, like brief flashes of it. And at the end it says, to be continued, Birth by Sleep Volume 2, which was the original title for what became 0.2 Fragmentary Passage.
Hilarious.
They were planning that game in the secret ending of Birth by Sleep.
Oh, wow. So there's an episode at the end of Birth by Sleep, and then Fragmentary Passage is its own game.
Yeah. So Fragmentary Passage, like, kind of takes that secret episode and blows it out into a whole game.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. And now, oh man, how do I say this? Now we get to the really boring ones.
Yeah, that's fine.
At the end of Recoded, there's a scene of Mickey and Yensid talking.
Hell yeah.
And Mickey's like,
They do be talking.
We gotta save Terra Aquaventus.
Yep.
And Yensid's like, yeah, because Xehanort's coming back.
Yep.
And Mickey's like, did we kill that guy?
Yep.
And Yensid's like, shockingly no.
Is that the one where Kairi shows up and she's in her Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit, but she's rendered in like Kingdom Hearts 3 graphics?
Not quite. That's
Gotcha.
a little later. So this one is like, Mickey's gonna run off to fight Xehanort.
Right.
And Yensid's like, wait, man, we should have other guys help you out.
Yeah, hold up.
You should go get Riku and Sora.
Yeah, go get Riku and Sora.
So that they can show us their mark of mastery.
Yes.
And it ends with Reconnect Kingdom Hearts.
Mm.
So that's not really like a cryptic teaser so much as laying out the premise of the next game.
Which, hey, you know, sometimes that's what you need.
We came a long way from
dark, spooky skyscraper.
Yeah.
I'll say this too. I think that they're doing the smart thing, which is the thing that Stranger Things didn't do, which is knowing when to stop adding new things.
Yeah, you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them for sure.
Yeah. They're like, we got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Let's just kind of rehash so that people stay with us.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Dream Drop Distance's secret ending is called Another Guardian of Light.
Okay.
There's a shot of young Xehanort on the dark beach. Young Xehanort is the villain of Dream Drop Distance.
Yes, he
Sorry,
is.
I've gone past like asking you for the vibes because now we're in games you didn't play.
No. Well, yes, but also like I'm vibing.
Yeah,
I'm hanging.
Young Xehanort is on the beach of Destiny Islands, where he's from, by the way.
Yes, he
and
certainly is.
He looks out at the water and he says, "This world is just too small." And then it cuts from there to Aqua on the dark beach looking out at the horizon. It's like a nice parallel shot.
I like that.
And then we come back to the mysterious tower where Jensen and Mickey are fucking talking.
Hell
I'm like,
yeah,
so bored of the
brother.
same scene, dude. No. Donald and Goofy are waiting outside of the tower on the steps.
Fuck yeah.
I'm including this. This is so like out of my way for this, but I think it's one of the funniest things that happens in Kingdom Hearts. Donald and Goofy are sitting on the steps in the mysterious tower, waiting for Sora and Riku to come back so they can prove their mark of mastery. And they're talking to each other about where everybody is and where they're going. And Goofy turns to Donald and goes, "You think we'll ever get to do something important?" And before Donald can answer, Riku walks up to greet them.
Hey, and you know what? That's why Goofy's so great. Because Goofy tells it like it is. You think we'll ever get to do something important?
It's so funny.
I feel like that's a writer realizing that Goofy and Donald haven't been significant to the premise of anything that's happened for, 5 games by this point?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You think we'll ever get to do something important? That's hilarious.
And then we cut up to Jensen and Mickey, and they're like, "Yeah, we need 7 lights to combat the darknesses."
Like, cool, so stuff that doesn't involve us again? Awesome.
Yeah, well, Donald and Goofy aren't up there. Riku goes up to the office and is like, "Oh, good, you're here. And thank goodness that you've brought who you've brought with you, because we need 7 lights and we're 1 short. It's Kairi!"
Yeah, finally.
And they're going to train Kairi. And it ends with Reconnect Kingdom Hearts. Everything that has to do with saving Terra Aquaventus, I think, ends with Reconnect.
That makes a lot of sense, too, because they are the 3, and Jensen even says as much, I think, in Kingdom Hearts 3, which is like, there are 3 very important figures to this that we sort of lost in the fight.
In fact, one of the phrases in the Kingdom Hearts 2, like one of the cryptic phrases, is the Lost 2.
Yeah, they're lost.
Yeah, which we
lost 2.
We had no idea what that meant at the time.
Right.
But obviously, it's Aqua and Ventus now.
Aqua and Ventus, and also Terra. I think the Lost 2 two in this case would be Aqua and Terra, because in different ways they are both fallen to darkness. Ventus, while we don't necessarily know this, but like as players we do, Ventus's heart is safe.
Yeah, that's true.
It's in the safest place it could possibly be, actually.
That's true. That's an interesting debate. Which ones are the lost two?
I think it's Terra and Aqua, personally.
Yeah.
But
I can see it.
Yeah, all that is to say is like, now that we're so close to the end of this conflict, we can't ignore this missing piece any longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One last missing piece in sort of this timeline. I'm going to go back for the chibi games because they have secret endings too. But at the end of the movie version of Recoded that comes with the 2.5 remix, there's a secret ending.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Everybody's been defeated. Ansem's apprentices are coming back to life down in the lab. And Braig, who was Zigbar, who is secretly Lushu, awakens first.
What
before
the
everyone else.
fuck?
And he's talking to somebody about oh, we're coming back. We're getting the old band back together. We're putting our plans into place. Do you even know what these plans are that your future self told you? He's talking to young Xehanort.
That's awesome.
He's like, what do you think? Or do you even know what our plans are? Doesn't matter. You're part of the plan anyway. And he sort of gestures to the sleeping ones. It's like, take your pick. Who do you want with you?
Wow.
And that's how we know, like, the fate of Organization 13 is the secret ending of the Recoded movie.
That's incredible. I love this game. I love these games. I love how wild, like, there's just a point where, this is going to sound so mean, you've watched The Room, right?
Yeah.
There's a point around the end of Act 2 of The Room where you go, like, we're no longer laughing. Now we are just
in it
observing. Yeah.
Well, but they've also scaled down to make things more boring.
Right.
So, like, we're meeting in the middle, I guess. I don't know. You want to talk about chibi games?
Yeah, I do.
Kingdom Hearts Key has a secret ending.
Hell yeah.
It's about 30 seconds long.
Wow.
Maleficent is in Data Enchanted Dominion.
That's right.
And says, good, I'm here. A place not even Sora can mess with. And she walks away. Reconnect Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, baby. Finally, a place Sora cannot mess with.
Yeah.
Yes, girl.
Kingdom Hearts Union Cross has a secret ending. That's a real secret ending.
Okay.
We've talked about it before. It's a scene called An Unfamiliar Town.
Oh, yes.
This is where one of the main characters of Union Cross, Brain, who was one of the 5 Union leaders that was going on with Union Cross, they all get evacuated in the time machine teleport tubes away from the destruction of Skull Kylum. And he wakes up in a courtyard in an unfamiliar city, and he doesn't know where he is. And a guy in a purple cloak and a purple hat with his face shrouded comes up and hands Brain his iconic hat. He wears like a trilby hat with a feather.
It's such a fucking hat.
He's got like a fucking Jason Mraz hat.
It's the most hat I've ever seen.
He looks like he's about to front a ska band.
To me, it more looks like, hello, fair traveler. I see you've come to peruse my wares.
It might be the white and black checkerboard of it all, but it really, to me, it's more giving, hey, buddy, you dropped your Keyblade. You better pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Oh, God. Oh, no. No.
So this guy walks up. He says his name is Sigurd.
Ooh.
And he says, I was told to meet you here. The Book of Prophecies said you'd meet me exactly here.
Oh, wow.
I'll explain everything back at HQ. Come with me.
HQ?
That's what Brain says. HQ? What the hell's going on?
HQ?
And so they walk him through the center courtyard of the city. And he says, oh, yeah, by the way, this is a statue of our leader, the first Keyblade master and founder of our city, Skala Ed Kylum. His name is Master Ephemer. Ephemer's been a character in Key and Union Cross. And Brain looks it up and he's like, yeah, I know. He's one of my best friends.
Yes! I loved that.
This one ends with the phrase, an oath to return, Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
Kingdom Hearts Dark Road has a secret ending.
Yeah, baby! Dark Road!
This is the game about young Xehanort's training. This is a wild secret ending. This explains like the ultimate origins of Xehanort. Because it starts
crazy.
With, there's like a cloaked figure takes Xehanort as a baby away from Skull and Kylum. And then 9 years pass. And then it's like kid Xehanort growing up with this cloaked figure. And by their accounts, they're alone on Destiny Island.
Yeah,
they're the only
no other
inhabitants
people,
of Destiny
humans
Island.
other than them, which is ominous.
Right, and it's sort of described that like we're here to keep you safe because Xehanort, you're the child of destiny.
Sure.
You are destined to
Destiny's Child, some might say.
Well, you're destined to bring balance to the Force, not throw it into darkness.
That's you were supposed to. Oh man, you were the chosen one.
And Xehanort's having dreams about this guy in a hat and this guy with pink hair and a quiet blonde guy. And these are the 5 Union leaders from Union Cross.
Ah, interesting.
And the cloaked figure says, "Oh, you're not dreaming your own memories. You're dreaming mine. In a previous life, I was Player."
That's right. I remember
main
this.
character of Union Cross.
I remember this.
And
Nuts.
you're seeing dreams of my friends because you have the power to see into the hearts of others. And that'll be an important power, and you should safeguard it because that's what's going to save the world from darkness. And then Player dies,
Yeah, he does.
leaving Xehanort alone on the beach.
Bye. And then isn't the moment he dies, someone comes from the future and he's like, "I am here."
So yes, that's actually like kind of a separate cutscene. But if you put them in chronological order, that's exactly what happens.
So funny.
Yeah. An Oath to Return, Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. An Oath to Return again.
Yep. To a fragmentary passage. Technically has a secret ending, if you want to call it that. But the secret ending is also, it's the segment called Kingdom Hearts 2.9, which if you recall, is just like the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3 before he changes outfits.
Yes.
And that's kind of how 0.2 ends. It's like, it just shows you the first part of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Reconnect Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
We've reached the point where
yes.
that all previous secret endings were leading up to.
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Mm-hmm. Gotta talk about Yozora.
We gotta talk about Yozora, a character we've maybe lightly referenced once or twice.
Yeah.
Yozora.
The scene called Yozora is the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. Sora wakes up, his face down in a puddle in the middle of the street.
Yep.
And he's dazed and disoriented, and he stands up, and he looks around him, and what he sees is a city that looks very much like our own real world.
Like Shibuya, Japan.
Like Shibuya, Japan, complete with a big skyscraper with a 3-digit number on it.
Yep. It's jarring.
But he's still looking like Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora.
He's still looking like Sora.
He hasn't had his realistic redesign yet.
He has not.
I find that interesting.
I also find that interesting.
Riku then wakes up in a different part of town, but also in this place, Quadratum.
Mm-hmm.
There's stoplights, there's cars, there's skyscrapers, there's billboards. Where the hell are we?
Where are we?
Riku looks up in the distance and sees this like tower that kind of, you know, like how Notre Dame kind of like is a big building that has 2 towers.
Yes.
It kind of looks like that, but a skyscraper, and the top of the skyscraper is like glowing red ominously.
Mm-hmm.
You zoom up to the top of the tower, and it's the guy sitting there. His name's Yozora, and he's a character from Virum Rex from the Toy Story level a bunch of hours ago.
Yep.
But now he's a real guy, and he's here.
Yeah, and I'll say this. When you first boot up the Toy Story level, it starts with like a Final Fantasy-esque cutscene, and you think, am I having a stroke right now? And then it zooms out, and it's a commercial for a video game that Rex wants to buy inside of Toy Story, which we know Rex is canonically a gamer because he plays video games in Toy Story 2.
Canonical gamer.
Canonical gamer. We love that for him. But it was like, wow, that's certainly a lot of effort and animation and budget towards a make-em-up game that doesn't exist inside of the world for Toy Story 3.
Well, it turns out it's most of Kingdom Hearts 4, probably.
It is, yes. Turns out it was the most important thing that's ever happened.
Because what it is reused assets from a canceled Final Fantasy game.
It is that. It's very much that.
They got reused into Kingdom Hearts instead.
Mm-hmm.
The final shot of the Yozora cutscene, the Master of Masters, ominous figure, we've never seen his face, shrouded in a dark cloak, is standing on top of a skyscraper, and he looks up at the moon, which is our moon. It looks very Earth-like moon.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks up at it, and he holds out his hands, and he makes a heart shape right across the moon.
Oh, so good. Heart-shaped moon.
Reconnect, Kingdom Hearts.
Remind.
Okay, you want to talk about Remind? Because
Remind probably should.
Remind has the next instance of a playable secret ending.
Yes.
If you unlock all the things, if you 100% complete the Gummy Phone Journal or whatever it's called, You find yourself standing atop a skyscraper in Quadratum, and you fight Ysora.
Which is crazy, and it's a very challenging fight.
It is the hardest fight in the franchise, I would say.
Yes.
It's harder than Sephiroth. It's insanely difficult. I've seen some people do it, and it boggles my mind.
It looks insane.
Simply not good enough at video games.
And there's 2 endings, right?
So there's 2 endings. There's a good ending where Sora wins, and there's a bad ending where Sora loses the fight. We'll start with the bad ending. The bad ending is titled, I've been having these weird thoughts lately.
Which is the thing that Sora says at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yep. Sora is defeated, turns into this crystal statue. Ysora, who has heterochromia, he's got one blue eye and one red eye. It's kind of wild.
It's awesome.
Walks up and looks Sora in the face, touches the crystal and says, I'll save you.
Mm.
The thing shatters. Ysora is standing alone in the final world, a world from Kingdom Hearts 3, which is Christian heaven. And he's just standing there. And he closes his eyes, and then he opens them, and he was asleep in the back of a car driving through Quadratum. And he says to himself, I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Is any of this for real or not? And his voice and Sora's voice overlap in that moment. They're having the same weird thoughts.
Ominous.
The good ending is titled, is any of this for real or not?
Ugh, good. Good.
Sora defeats Ysora. Ysora doesn't look upset. He says, I guess my powers aren't needed right now. And then he dissolves into light particles that fade away. Sora finds himself standing in the final world, watching those light particles fade away. We fade to white, and then Ysora wakes up in the back of the car. But this time, there's a little bit more. Somebody's saying, hey, Commander, wake up. Commander, wake up. What does that mean? He wakes up. He sort of looks around this car. I've seen shots of this. This is literally a reused cutscene from Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Which is a game that doesn't exist.
Got canceled. And they almost reused it shot for shot in the secret ending here. The driver of the car, who is Luxord somehow, says, impressive, is it not? And Ysora looks out the window of the car, but we don't see what he sees. An oath to return, Kingdom Hearts. Now, having seen the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailers,
we know that this is
it's probably a Kaiju Dark Side, perhaps. And you know what, Luxord? That is pretty impressive.
It is pretty impressive, is it not? Yeah, wow.
And that's where we're kind of left. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot Melody of Memory.
Yeah, and we have to remember Melody of Memory.
We do have to remember
because it's important.
It's important.
It is important.
We're back in Jensen's frickin' office.
Hell yeah, brother. Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah, I like this one.
Now we're Kingdom Hearts 3 graphics.
This one's my favorite one.
Okay. Turns out Riku went to follow Sora to Quadratum alone, and Mickey's very concerned.
I'd be concerned if I was Mickey as well.
You know? They reveal that, Xehanort kind of knew about Quadratum as, one of his contingencies.
Fuck you, Jensen.
So if we're going to go find him and face him and figure out where Sora is, we got to do a ton more research.
Yeah, we got to get in there. We got to hunker down.
Donald and Goofy, you go gather everybody who's working on where Sora is.
Hell yeah.
Mickey, you should go look at the notes left behind about anything you can find about Quadratum. And Kairi, you should train up. You should keep your training. And she says, oh, actually, I was thinking about that.
Yes.
I'd like to train under Master Aqua, please.
Yes.
And everyone says, yeah, girl, that's a great idea.
Yeah, girl, go slay. I love that part. And again, every game has important things in it. Yes, we're all annoyed that sometimes there's silliness, but you know what? It all does tie into each other, and it's important stuff, okay?
Yeah. And he says, all right, Donald and Goofy, you're going to head to Radiant Garden. Kairi, you're going to go train with Aqua. Mickey, you should probably start in Scala at Kylum. An Oath to Return, Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
So it seems like Reconnect had something to do with
3.
With stuff that led up to 3.
And also getting the people back together, getting the gang back together.
Yeah. And An Oath to Return has something to do with Quadratum, with going to that world and An Oath to Return.
Yes. I love that. To me. That rules.
And that's kind of where we've left off.
Yeah, for now.
You know? I mean, personally, I like the level of straightforward to cryptic that Ysora, the secret ending of Kingdom Hearts 3 contains. I feel like that's where the balance is. That it is a straightforward scene. It's a linear scene where people talk to each other with dialogue, but also there's enough new unexplained things to go, what?
And also, like, there has been this theory that has populated about, like, is Yozora the real Sora? And is Sora this sort of imaginary fantasy, like in the realm of what we talked about of like fantasy worlds versus reality worlds? Is Sora actually this avatar of like falsehood that we've been following this whole time?
I've also heard some theories about the fact that like Yozora, the way we see Yozora as the character from Virum Rex, might be a projection of something that he actually looks different to other people, and that something's going on there. I forget where that came from, but there is a quote that sort of alludes to that. Like, Yozora is like, I don't actually look like that, or something.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I think that, like, I mean, all will be revealed or not. Who knows?
We're in Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming land.
But you know what? Again, so far, we've seen Luxord confirmed. We haven't seen Yozora confirmed.
That's
in
true,
the trailers.
except for, he hasn't been in the trailers. Conspicuous lack of Yozora in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailers.
Suspicious, some might say, lack of Yozora in the trailers.
I would say it.
And you know what? I'm glad you did. I think it was really brave that you did. All right, I guess, like, for me right now, what I'm feeling is I think the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix one was obviously the best, but I also think that it probably set up a lot of people for false expectations unintentionally. Obviously, they were just like, let's make the coolest thing we can possibly make.
Hell yeah, brother.
And hype everybody up for this next installment, this next era of the games. And I assume there was probably, not backlash, but there was probably a very vocal contingent of people who felt misled, even though that was their own fault, right?
Yeah. So again, like, I think they swung too hard in the other direction of just like only scenes that just explain stuff and less of the cryptic.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to see that they've come back to a good balance with Kingdom Hearts 3. I think that it is in a good sweet spot between like tease and explaining. Like, I understand who Yozora is, but not why he is.
Right. And I think that's cool.
Yeah, I think that's very cool. I think it's a cool place to come back to. I don't know, that's also the first Kingdom Hearts post-credits in a post-MCU tying things into larger place world. Like, now we're in like post-postmodernism.
Yeah,
you know?
now we're just back into doing our own thing where David S. Pumpkin sing it. You
Truly.
know?
And I mean, like, Kingdom Hearts 4 might also be like one of the most postmodern games of our generation. We'll have to see.
I am so excited.
As we spoke with Aisha about,
I'm
like
so
the
excited.
meta text of what's going on with Kingdom Hearts 4 is fascinating. Yeah, like we're into an era of Kingdom Hearts secrets where we closed out finally a lot of the secrets that they were setting up, but like that means the door is wide open to
for new secrets. We still don't know much about the Book of Prophecies.
Nope.
We still don't know much about the Black Box.
We don't know a lot about the Master of Masters.
We don't know a lot about the Master of Masters, but we know he will be in 4.
And we know that he's been planning a trip to Quadratum since the time of Fairy Tales. Like, he came over here as part of it. The inciting moments of the Keyblade War was his absence, and this is where he went to. So he's known about it the whole time.
Right.
Fascinating.
It's also fascinating. I think, like, I hope we get more secret endings, like, especially now with Kingdom Hearts 4 being the beginning of Era 2, whatever the fuck that means. There's going to be a whole new batch of questions that we need to ask and answer, or ask and continue to ask for another 12 years or something.
I think as a tool for hype, we went from the highest highs to some lows there in the middle, where we were just looking at Nikki and Yensid have the same conversation over 3 games worth of secret endings.
And Goofy being like, you ever think we're going to do something important?
The funniest fucking line in the whole series.
That is truly iconic.
It's up there. Honestly, I'm ranking that one.
It's up there with they'll pay for this.
It's truly. And now we're like, we've rubber banded back to like using it as tools for hype, but not in a way that will
cause confusion,
cause chaos, and overblow expectations. I think that they're exactly nailing the expectations now. So I think we're back, and Kingdom Hearts is the first to do it, and perhaps the best to do it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is they were doing, they're definitely doing it the best.
Exactly. I don't know what it is, but I'm glad it's happening.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, you made it to the end of this Simple and Clean episode, and I don't know. You'll have to stick around after the credits to see if there's a secret.
Ooh.
But until then, thank you so much for listening to this. And may your heart be your guiding key.
Hell yeah. There isn't a secret ending. So once you listen to the ending music, just know that it's over. I promise.
We wouldn't do that to you.
We wouldn't do that to you.
Are you still here?
Stop.
It's over.
We said it was done.
Go home.
You're at work now. Your laundry is done.